Hello again, and today I'm going to be showing you how to rebuild these shocks right here. This is the front suspension off of this car.
What kind of car is it?
rc10 vintage, and I didn't want to have to drill holes in the car, so I ordered brand new front suspension, but I'm planning on using the front shocks on it because I don't know what those shocks are like on the new suspension coming in. And so this is the bolts that this guy had on it. It's some sort of contraption, but let's get into it. Okay, so the first thing you'll want to have is an Allen wrench that fits right. I'm using standard Allen wrenches right now because this guy didn't know what he was doing. And I'm taking a 7/32 socket and putting it on the bolt right on the front of the shock. So do that really quick. I'll see you when I'm done with doing that. Okay, so now we have both of these bolts off the car, and the shock is mobile. You can wiggle it around, but there's still one more screw on the bottom, which I'll just take out really quick. Okay, so now that I got that out, we just have our shock here now. So try to take your screw out of the bottom, because usually it won't come out with the whole shock, but we're going to try to get it out. I'll see you. Okay, so we got our bottom screw out. So now we got both of these out. Okay. Okay, so now you want to take your Allen wrench and stick it through the hole at the top of the shock and just twist it, and your shock cap will come spinning loose. And sure enough, we think this guy put motor oil, smells like motor oil in these shocks. Smells like dirty motor oil if you've ever smelled that. But then all you gotta do is just dump it in the can, and then just flex the shock a few times. And then I'll take this brake cleaner and clean out the inside of the shock. You only need a little bit though, because the shocks are usually pretty small. But then just clean it out. Okay, and now you'll want to take your Allen, probably the same one as usual as any other Allen on the car, and unscrew your shock adjustment. And pull out the screw, and then you should just be able to pop it off. And then I think on most RC10 shocks, they have this at the bottom that connects to the joint, and you just pull the shock off of the joint type deal, and it should pop off. Then you got your spring, and then there'll be another rubber seal on top, and that'll just slide right off. And then here's your joint spring holder. Okay, so now, here, I'll move you over so then you can see. Okay, so now, you have your shock, and next you'll want to take some brake cleaner and just spray off the shock. take your cloth and wipe it down just to get all the excess oil that was on it. Then maybe if you have a dirty cloth, just flex it in the cloth so that the rest of the oil will come out and then you can wipe it off. So it's nice and clean now. Okay, so next you'll want to flex it. Then take a pick at an angle and just simply go in and take that C-clip off inside the shock and it'll pop off. And of course shoot in another direction. But then you can pull this little plastic piece, usually white, off. And it might be a little tough because it's been on there for a long time. But you can get it off. And it'll simply come right off. Okay, now you can get your pick under it. And it'll pull right off. It might take you a few minutes because it's old, but it's pretty simple to get it off. It's just a lot of maneuvering. And there you go. Now, I'll clean that up. And wipe it off with a rag. And then, this is nice and clean. I think you can get those new, but I'm just going to use the originals. Okay, now where's our C-clip? Here it is. Okay, so there's that. And then, if you can see in there, there's another C-clip at the bottom. So just pop that off. It could go inside the shock, but you'll still be able to get it out. So that one was pretty easy. Now you can just pull the whole tube out, and it's separated. Just wipe that off really quick. And then find your C-clip on the inside. And there's your C-clip. Wipe that off maybe. Okay, so now you have just the body. I'm going to spray it down one more time just so that I get all the oil out. But that's it to take it apart. Now you got to put it back together. I'll just usually put a little bit of shock or brake cleaner on the spring so then that's not all oily. Okay, so now you have everything apart in the car, and I will brake clean off camera the joint and the seal. Okay, so I got these nice and cleaned off. No more oil. And I'm going to be using the vise to take this pull off this joint. So I'll do that off camera also.